The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Record of 14-4 on the season, 5-1 in Apollo Conference action, while the Raiders from Bloomington check in at 3-14 and 1-5 in Big 12 conference play. And Scott, Raider sophomores with a victory, 59-33, and they're back to their winning ways for head coach Greg Alexander. Nice to be back at home. Been a little dry spell from Roy S.
Yeah, it is nice to be home after a long drive Saturday night as we went to Quincy.
Yeah,
fell up just short there. A game that we thought we had, but just couldn't finish. But the Raiders look to bounce back tonight at home against Bloomington, and it's going to be a late start for the varsity, Josh.
Yeah, the whole varsity or the whole team from Bloomington didn't show up until about 5:25, 5 till 5:30, and they were expected to play at 5:30 for the sophomore start. So Coach Alexander and Lincoln High School gave them about 15 minutes to get warmed up, which has gotten us to this point where we're running a little bit behind. Again, the Railer sophomores off a victory tonight, 59-33. You talked about the varsity coming up short by 3 points over in Quincy. Railer sophomores were victorious this past Saturday over in Quincy. But a good atmosphere the Railers had. They, as you said, very winnable game did the Railers have. They were leading, or not leading, but really had deficits of 9, and they fought their butts back, and they came back, and they came back, and then I believe at one point Quincy was up about 9 points in the third quarter, and we were kind of thinking, oh no, something could go wrong here, and all of a sudden the Railers put up a 12-0 run, and really some big shots down the stretch for Quincy to secure the win for them. Yeah,
it's one of those games, Josh, where we knew going in it's going to be tough, and to have it right there in your grasp and an opportunity to come away with a victory in a hostile environment, which Lincoln really needs, against a 4A team, that's only going to make these kids better, and they got a little taste of, some adversity and, able to play in that type of environment. Yeah, a regional or sectional atmosphere over in Quincy was a good crowd, a good basketball game, tightly contested all the way through. So a game that the Railers, as we talked about, especially early on in the season, we didn't have a lot of close, tight games. And when Coach talks about in the post game all the time, we can hit shots when we're up 20, but can we hit some big ones when we're tied? And I remember one of the Railers hitting a big shot was Schilling in the corner. Yeah, a big 3-point shot for the Railers, and Schilling hit that big one. So, as you said, a great contest for the Railers, a great game. We hope that they weren't down on themselves coming out of there. Quincy's a very good team in 4A basketball. I think they only lost like 4 games. I think they were 14-4, not 2, maybe 16-2. I think they were. Yeah, they lost to MacArthur in the championship. I don't know how close the game that was, but that'll kind of give you some kind of gauge, where the Railers stand, and looking pretty good. Yep, and both teams are getting ready to hit the court here. 20 minutes up on the clock for the Railers and the Raiders. We'll send it back to the studio for a couple-minute break. Back here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, you're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Welcome back, Railer fans, here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium at Coach Neil Alexander Court. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. Josh Comnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here. Nice to be back in the friendly confines. We've been on a little road trip for the Railers. Again, as Scott said, the Railers took a defeat on Saturday to the Blue Devils from Quincy High School, but then were able to earlier in the week they took care of Muhammad, I believe, in the week. So they coming off a one game loss, and we'll get set here for the Bloomington Raiders
here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. The Railers will travel or be home on Saturday, which is a big day of basketball. I think Coach Alexander talked about it on the postgame in Quincy. I think you got freshman basketball, you've got JV girls basketball, you've got the girls varsity, I believe at 2:30. Is that right, Lloyd? 2:30. I'm not sure exactly what we're ranked. Top 5, I think, maybe 2, 3, somewhere around there. Peoria Central coming into Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium on that day, highly ranked as well, to watch the girls varsity. So check that out. And then you've got Railer sophomores on Saturday at 5:30, taking on Rock Island. And then varsity soon to follow.
And to kick it all off, Josh, it's the #1 sports show in Logan County between 9 and 10, and you know what that show is?
I do.
The Cheap Seats.
I believe I started the name of the Cheap Seats.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that when we started that.
How long ago was that?
Oh, I have no idea. We'd have to ask the
somebody asked me how long I've been doing it, and I think I started when you were still doing it.
Yeah.
That's been a long time ago.
Yeah, I think we'd have to ask the big guy Jim back in the studio to see when the Cheap Seats took place. But I got it from the old song, The Cheap Seats, the baseball song. Yeah, that's how we started it with. So there you go.
Maybe you should get some kind of royalty.
Well, it sounds like you're taking over the award-winning name now, so I don't have to worry. Can't get any feedback from that. Railers coming into tonight's game 14-4 on the season, 5-1 in Apollo Conference. It's kind of crazy in January, Scott, that you don't play a conference game at all in a week.
Yeah.
You know, we got the Raiders here tonight, and then the Rocks from Rock Island coming to town on Saturday, and not one conference game, but the Railers are filled that non-conference schedule very tough for the Railers. 5-1 in the Apollo. The Raiders come into the contest 3-14 and 1-5 in the Big 12. Did a little research on the Raiders. They are scoring about 55 points per game here on the season, but the problem for them is they're giving up 68 a game. So we'll see what the Railers can do. Not normally our average as far as giving scoring 68, as the Railers scoring 50 per night, but giving up 33. So one of those things is going to have to give either way for either team to win, and we'll have to see what happens here tonight.
Yeah, and Coach Al talked about it post-game in Quincy, that it's a Bloomington team. They're very athletic, and they're going to get up and down the court. So we'll see how the Railers can stop some of those transition points.
We'll send it back to the studios here. 14 minutes left on the clock before the Railers and the Raiders kick it off here at Coach Neil Alexander Court. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium at Coach Neil Alexander Court. The Railer sophomores victorious 59-33 here this evening. I believe Coach Greg Alexander and his squad have only lost one game. That was over at Mount Mahomet. Couple of about a week or so ago, I think it was, on a Tuesday night. So Railer sophomores playing well, getting set for varsity action here from Lincoln, Illinois. Again, the Railers come to the contest with a record of 14-4 on the season, 5-1 in conference play, while the Raiders from Bloomington 3-14 and 1-5 in the Big 12. I was kind of looking through their schedule, Scott. They have played some similar foes. Have the Railers and the Raiders. We played Washington. They beat Washington 65-57. The Railers beat Washington as well, and also Centennial. They beat Centennial 75-56. We also beat Centennial early on in our Thanksgiving round robin Eaton Electrical tournament. Also Mount Zion they faced. They lost to Mount Zion 70-49, which of course one of our 4 losses was to Mount Zion here at Coach Neil Alexander Court. So I think you can set aside their record at 3-14. Obviously doesn't look good on paper, but you look out there and they've got some athletes that can give the Railers some problems.
Yeah, and a lot of times we have problems with those transition type basketball teams where they like to get up and down the court. Kind of takes us out of our game a little bit and makes us rush and hurry up and forget about the things that we do. But I'm sure Coach Al's talked about that all week. Coming off that loss from Quincy, these guys have a bad taste in their mouth, and hopefully they'll get out to a quick start tonight. Yeah,
one thing the Railers, as you said, Scott, get out to a quick start. We kind of kept the Quincy crowd out of it for a while there in the beginning of the game, and then they went on the little run. But I would tell you, the Railers, anytime that any team has really gone on a run against us, we've not backed down. One thing that we've not thrown in the towel or anything like that. The Railers have fought back every game, and no more evident than Quincy when we were down 9 in a really make-or-break point of the game, third quarter. Went down 9 points, and all of a sudden the Railers rip off a 12-0 run, and that game became close and was close throughout. The Railers losing by 3 points over in Quincy. So hopefully confidence for the Railers here. We didn't shoot it great, and neither did Quincy. I think the final was 43-40, something like that. So it was neither team scored the ball real well, but we saw some nice things out of Jake Biven. I thought Biven had a nice game. Cookie came on late after he got in some foul trouble in the first half, but some good contributions from all. One thing we didn't get going was Cam Nelson. Didn't see him get off again in some three-point shots over in Quincy, and one thing the Railers need is some shooting from him.
Yeah, definitely. He's usually good for 3 or 4 three-pointers a game. Just couldn't quite get it going Saturday night. But Schilling, coming off the bench, hit a couple big threes, or at least one big three to get the Railers back in it, and he's dealing with a calf issue, so he's going out. Didn't get a whole lot of time, trying to nurse that back to health with 12 or 13 games left in the season. Yeah. You want him healthy down the stretch, but, he came in, contributed as much as he could, and we'll see how he feels tonight.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see, Coach. He's a creature of habit, doesn't like to go away from his starting lineup, but he had to with the calf injury to Schilling. If he's back to full strength, I thought Gowan did an excellent job. Had a couple three, I know for sure, and a couple pull-up jump shots. We'll see what he does with the lineup if Schilling's back to full strength. Can he log the minutes that he normally does, or will Gowan get the nod? Not that it matters. Both guys get about the same amount of minutes throughout the game.
Yeah, and Gowan's been in that starting role before, so you're not losing a whole lot, and you're not gaining a whole lot, I guess. But maybe Gowan with a little bit more speed, a little quicker on the point on defense. But that's the thing with the deep bench. You can plug and play, and somebody goes down, next guy up.
Obviously not a Apollo Conference action, but we'll run through the standings here in the Apollo Conference. Mount Zion sits atop the Apollo with a 7-0 record in conference play. Right behind them, the Railers at 5-1. Effingham 4-3. 3-4 for Mahomet and Charleston. Mattoon is 2-5, and Taylorville yet to crack the win column with a record of 0-7 in the Apollo Conference. That's going to wrap it up for us here on the pregame show. After word from our sponsors, Scott and I will be back here in Lincoln to bring the play-by-play action as Lincoln takes on Bloomington. As always, a big thank you goes out to all our sponsors. This has been the Josh Komnick of Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Good evening, Railer fans, and welcome to Lincoln Railer Basketball. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com are pleased to bring you this evening's contest from Lincoln, Illinois, on the campus of Lincoln Community High School, as the Lincoln Railers take on the Purple Raiders from Bloomington High School. Good evening, everyone. This is Scott Kirby alongside Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby on the camera and on the social media, and we're ready to bring you all of tonight's action. So we'd like to wish a good evening to all of our listeners around the world listening on 96.3 FM, on WLCNonline.com, on the Mixler app, or watching our live stream on YouTube. So turn the volume up and get ready for some Lincoln Railer basketball. Railers come in tonight's action 14-4, while the Purple Raiders have an overall record of, 3-4 and
3-14.
3-14.
Yeah, not a good start for the Purple Raiders, but as we talked about earlier, this will be a good contest for the Railers. I believe Bloomington is a 3A school, I think, but they play in a 4A, mostly 4A conference with Normal Community and Normal West and some of those bigger schools up in that area, so Peoria Richwoods. So I think it's hard to take their record lightly. Obviously, I remember they've got a couple players back from starters from last year's team that gave us some fits over in Bloomington. So if the Railers aren't ready, this could be a game all the way to the end.
As we mentioned in the pregame, Railers coming off a loss at Quincy, a very close game that Railers could have very easily pulled away with a victory, but fell just short to the Blue Devils, and now look to rebound tonight as the Purple Raiders are in town. It's time to check tonight's list of the games, sponsored by Me Realty. List your home with Me Realty when it's time to sell, and if you're looking to buy, check the listings at MeRealty.com. Josh, 3 keys to tonight's game.
Looks like Bloomington's got some guys that can pressure the basketball. So I think, one, the Railers going to have to handle the ball and handle their pressure. Didn't give us a lot of fits against against Quincy. They had some athletes, but they played more of a matchup zone. I think this will be more of a Belleville East type of team, really get out and pressure you and cheat for steals. And also transition. We've got to get back on transition. We can't stop there to get some easy layups and then rebound. They've got some size underneath. I do remember, pretty sure one of the kids' names from a year ago was Beasley, Adam Beasley, 6'2" senior. I know there's another guy. I can't think of his name. I can see his name. Maybe Newsom underneath goes 6'6". He's just a junior, about 195. They got him listed in the program. So we're going to have to contend with his rebounding underneath, and very athletic team from Bloomington.
Joe Ryan in the house, passing out some, looks like some rally towels down there.
All right.
In his decorative suit coat.
Not the first game he's been to, I think.
That was your keys to tonight's game. Brought to you by Me Realty. When you're ready to list your home, contact the professionals at Me Realty. Purple Raiders back on the court. Railers looking to finish up some pregame talk as Coach Al goes over some final preparations for tonight's matchup. Minute 52 on the clock. We'll take our last commercial break. We come back, we'll have starting lineups and the opening tip here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Welcome back, Railer fans. Getting set for the starting lineups here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. First for the visitors on the scoreboard from Bloomington High School. First man out, number 0, 6'3", and a senior, John Shuey. 5'11", and a senior, number 1, Tishawn Ruffin. 6'6", and a junior, number 3, Craig Newsom Jr. 6'4", and a senior, number 4, Jelani Stevens. And 6'2", and a senior, number 11, Adam Beasley. The starting lineups for your Lincoln Railers, 14-4 on this season. Of course, under the direction of head coach Neil Alexander. Looks like the Railers will go with their normal starting lineups as we've gone to for most of the year. Looks like Schilling will be back at 100%. First man out, 5'6", and a junior, number 10, Carson, Keon Carson. 6 foot and a junior, number 3, Schilling, Trey Schilling. At the other guard, 6'3", and a senior, 24, is Biven, Jake Biven. 6'5", and a senior, 22, Saucy, Tyler Saucy. And the man in the middle for head coach Neil Alexander, 6'7", and a senior, 34, Cook. Peyton Cook. Head coach Neil Alexander, assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird Farmer, Josh J. Mac McClellan, Zach Dom, and Gary Rademacher.
We're all set here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium as the Lincoln Railers host the Bloomington Purple Raiders of Bloomington High School. Tonight's tip-off sponsor, Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Railers in their home whites, green numbers trimmed in red, and red letters trimmed in green. Purple Raiders in their purple with gold stripes. Stevens set to jump ball for the Purple Raiders, and Peyton Cook for the Railers. That is Newsom for the Raiders, not Stevens. And here we go. Ball is up, tipped by Cook, and Carson will control the opening tip for the Railers. Biven feeds down to Cook, up and good right off the bat. Josh feeding it to Cook.
You're right.
Easy bucket.
The play we normally run right out of the tip, and big guy Newsom almost there with a foul there on Cook, but Cook able to get it to go. Layup, good start for the Railers.
2-0 Railers. Game just underway. Raiders look to answer. 3 by Newsom, up and good.
Yeah, and that's one of their players too. He's got a guy can shoot it from the outside. He's got good length in there, good size, 6'6", and a senior or junior. He will be one that the Railers will be having to guard all night.
3-2 Purple Raiders.
Oh, they full court press on the Railers too, and which is something we haven't really seen a whole lot of, other than the Railers are up at a close game. Some teams have put on us.
Schilling thinks about a 3, now gives it to Saucy, over to Cook on the wing, up top to Schilling, over to Carson. Carson resets, now he'll go left. Give it to Saucy. Little weave up top. Biven, Carson. Carson gets to the lane, kicks it out to Saucy in the corner for a 3. Got it.
Yeah.
Saucy with the Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer.
Great penetration again by Keon. Got in the middle of the lane and kicked it out to Tyler. He loves this corner right in front of us. And a nice start for the Railers. Now they got to play some defense on this end.
Beasley up top over to Newsom. Backs it out. Guarded by Biven over to Beasley. Beasley goes right. Gives it to Thompson, to Shuey. Now Newsom all the way across court. Work it down low to Beasley. Nothing there. Double teamed, out of bounds, off of the Railers. Going to stay with Bloomington.
Yeah, number 11, Adam Beasley, 6'2", and a senior, super athletic. Got got the long hairstyle going, but man, can he fly when he gets in the open court. I've seen him play, and I remember him from last year.
Beasley tries to get it in to Thompson. Nothing there. Kicked out of bounds off the Railers. Going to stay with the Purple Raiders of Bloomington on their own baseline. Beasley to inbound. 5-3 Railers. Gets it in to Stevens. Now all the way across to Thompson. Thompson backs it out to Shuey up top. Over to Newsom. Newsom goes right. Gets it to Thompson. Nothing there. Back up top for a three from Newsom off the rim. No good. Rebound fought for. Beasley with it. Puts it back up and good.
Yeah, there's Beasley there. Looked like Bivin was high up for the rebound. Couldn't corral it. And then the Raiders come down with it.
All tied up at 5:50 to go in the first. Railers with the basketball. Carson goes left, now spins right. A little backdoor to Bivin, up and good.
Yeah, nice backdoor play. Just kind of lulls him to sleep. And that man that goes backdoor, his man generally watches Keon with the ball. And boom, you go backdoor, and that works about as well as that play does when we start the game.
7-5 Railers, 5:30 to go. Beasley goes right. Gets down low to Thompson. Thompson up. A late whistle, and Cook was there, hands straight up. And they're going to get Schilling with the foul as he got the arm. He was on the other side of the lane.
Yeah, I mean, no offense to Trey, I'd rather have it on him than Peyton, but Trey was out of the play there.
So Thompson to the line for two. First one up and no good. 7-5 Railers. Second free throw for Thompson. Up. And that rolls in and out. No good. Bivin with the rebound. Kicks it out to Carson.
Yeah, it looks like the Raiders will just press when on makes. So Raiders have to be aware of that on every make.
Carson goes left, up, and blocked out of bounds off of Beasley. It's going to stay with the Railers.
Yeah, good drive by Keon. Just got to understand Beasley's super athletic, a little bit taller than Keon on that.
Schilling to inbound on Raiders' own baseline. Gets it into Saucy. Saucy kicks it up top to Carson. Now to Cook on the wing. Cook picks up his dribble. Carson in the corner, guarded by Beasley. Now Schilling on the wing. They'll work it to the left with Bivin. Now Saucy. Up top to Schilling. Rails running their offense. Cook pulls up for a 5-footer up and good.
Yeah, that's a nice looking shot too. You know, the defender, you almost think like you've done your job and you've cut him off. He didn't get to the lane, but just about a step.
Stolen by Cook and stepped out of bounds.
Step outside the line, and anytime he can pull up on that, and he got that much momentum going, it's a nice pull-up jump shot.
9-5 Railers, 4:45 to go in the first. Beasley walks across the timeline, guarded by Carson. Now over to Thompson. In the corner to Shuey. Shuey drives right, and they're going to get Saucy with the push.
And you can usually tell as a sophomore game goes on what they're going to do and what the varsity will do because they tend to follow. And Bloomington really beat us up early in the game, in the sophomore game, for getting the ball in the middle. And we'll look to see if they continue to try to do that here in the varsity. There it is.
Shuey up with the left and good.
Yeah, I know the sophomore game wasn't close, 59-33 the Railers win, but early on it was a close game because they continued to pound that ball in the middle. And the Railers have got to concentrate on that.
Railers with the ball up by 2. Keon Carson up top, guarded by Beasley to Cook on the wing. Now to Bivin. Bivin goes right, loses it, but he's going to get fouled by number 4, Stevens, as he grabbed his arm.
Yeah, first foul. First foul on Bloomington.
Fouls on Stevens, his first. Bloomington's first team foul. Railers with 2. Now Saucy to Carson up top. He'll go left. Schilling feeds Cook down low, up and good. A little push in the back by Thompson, no call.
Nice play too. Quick pass by Schilling. He got it and got rid of it fast, which got the ball very, very quickly to Cook, and Cook did the right thing, go right up with it.
Shuey kicks it to Beasley up top. Now in the corner to Thompson. Thompson takes a 3, got it. Thompson with the 3, and it's a 1-point ball game.
Well, this doesn't look like a 3-4 team.
No, sir.
Team to me. They've got a lot of life. They've got guys that can shoot it. They're running all over the court, pressuring us. So a team that can play very loose at 3-14, not a lot of pressure on them.
Cook kicks it out to Carson. 3:24 to go in the first. Railers up 1. Schilling thinks about a 3. Now pulls it out to Carson. Carson dribbles in, loses it, but he's going to be he got hit on the arm by Stevens, and no call.
I don't know if it got hit on the arm or at least it tapped the ball away, one of the two. And Keon should have been able to regain that.
Turnover Railers. Bloomington with the basketball, down 1. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. They'll get it across the timeline. All the way across to Thompson, now up top to Beasley. Beasley feeds it to Thompson in the corner for another 3. Off the side of the rim, no good. Hayes gets the rebound as he checks in for the Railers. Hayes, Gowan, and Nelson in for the Railers. There's Nelson with the deep 3, just a little too strong off the back of the rim. Beasley with the quick rebound. He looks to push, cut off by Carson. Now they'll reset.
Now Gowan takes over at the point of the press, or point of the 1-2-2.
Jumper by Newsom, no good.
Push off.
And over the back.
Yeah, good box out there underneath on Keon. Looks like the foul goes to 0. John Shuey on a nice box out by Keon underneath. So a good defensive play there for the Railers. Railers up 11-10 here, 2:30 left in the first quarter. Gonna have to get somebody in the middle. There you go.
Get it across. There you go. Gets it to Hayes. Now back to Carson up top. Now they switch up a little bit. They got Newsom on Carson. A little backdoor to Hayes. Up and good. Another backdoor by the Railers. Bloomington pressuring Josh, and that's going to be there.
Yeah, and it just, like we talked about earlier, that guy just falls asleep watching Keon do something with the ball. Next thing you know, he's scrambling to find his man, and usually that guy's shooting a layup.
Now Shuey pulls up from the free throw line, up and good. 1:56 to go in the first. A 30-second timeout called. Railers 13, the Bloomington Purple Raiders 12. Tonight's sponsors, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. And Chase Lowry, Edward Jones Financial. Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Railer basketball on WLCN. Call financial advisor Chase Lowry at 217-732-7524 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Let's go Railers.
Yeah, both teams off to a hot start here. Scott, in the first quarter, 6 of 8 are the Railers, and 5 of 8 are the Raiders. So 13-12 here, 1 minute 50 left in the first quarter, and both teams off to a hot start shooting.
Railer basketball up by 1. Hayes over to Carson. Now look for Cook. Nothing there. Now Gowan with the deep 3. Ooh, off the rim. Back of the rim. Look good. No good. Out of bounds off the Railers. Bloomington basketball.
Yeah, but you look to see how far that play was ran, but look how far he ended up past the three-point line. He was at least a foot and a half past it, where I'd like to see that play ran a little bit closer to the three-point line. Normally they're shooting in practice a little closer to the line.
13-12, 1:30 to go in the first. Beasley with the basketball. Over to Stevens. Stevens goes left, kicks it to Beasley, way over his head, into the student section. Railer basketball.
Turnover on Bloomington, their first of the game, so they've done a good job here handling the basketball. Just one turnover here in the first quarter. Give the Railers back the ball here with a 1-point lead.
Nelson, there you go. Get it to Hayes in the middle. Hayes kicks it out to Gowan. Now reset with Carson up top. 1:05 to go here in the first quarter. Tuesday night basketball. Hayes, Nelson, corner, 3. No good. Rebound fought for. Beasley skies up for the rebound. Kicks it up to Stevens. Nothing there. 54 seconds to go in the first. Newsom to Beasley. Beasley guarded there by Hayes. Now he'll kick it out to Thompson. 45. Beasley with a 3. Got it. And Bloomington goes up 2 with a 3-pointer from Beasley with 38 seconds to go. And Carson with the travel. Railers a little rattled right now, Josh.
Yeah.
And,
I think they were maybe coming in not thinking 3-14. 1-5 in the Big 12. Haven't been a lot of wins for Bloomington on the season. They come in red hot here in the first quarter. They're 2 of 4 from the three-point lane and 5 of 8 overall. So they have started out on fire here in the first quarter.
Clock running down to 30. First quarter, 13 for the Railers, 15 for the Purple Raiders of Bloomington.
Yeah, and they'll hold for one here, way out by the timeline. The Railers will concede and give them a shot.
This is where you need the shot clock, Josh.
Yeah, although I think they started with about 30, so that's probably about right here. Railers still got to defend it.
Deep three from Thompson is nothing but net. And Gowan gets it off. No foul. And at the end of one, it's the Purple Raiders 18 and the Lincoln Rail Splitters 13. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have second quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Welcome back to Royce Anderson Gymnasium. Scott Kirby, Josh Comnick, Lloyd Kirby here. Joe Lee back at the studio as the Railers down by 5. Carson with the fast break. Little head fake feeds to Biven up and good.
Yeah, nice play by Keon. He got blocked the first time he went up, and he saw Beasley coming behind him. He went up and gave him a head fake, faked him out, and then a great job by, was that Biven that fouled?
Yes, sir.
Ran the floor and got in there for a nice layup. Good job by the
just unselfish basketball there, Josh.
Yeah,
he could have forced
learn from what happened the first time, right?
18-15, Bloomington. Shuey, bounce pass. Blocked by Cook. Tapped out of there. Shuey tracks it down. They try a little backdoor themselves, but Cook there for the block.
Boy, I love Cook protecting that rim.
Newsom for a 3. Off the rim, no good. Fought 4 underneath. Bivens fights his way through there for the rebound. Kicks it to Carson. To Cook. Loses control. Throws it back. Carson with it. Now he loses it. And Bloomington with the basketball. Still on the ground. And Shuey comes out of there with it. And a foul on the Railers, a frustration foul, has had Cook wide open on that fast break, just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I think you start to think about layup, dunk. I mean, I didn't have to worry about that. I'm thinking layup anyways, but you won. Obviously, the first thing you got to do is catch it, and then do what you can do.
Railers down by 3, 6:30 to go in the first half. Purple Raiders with the basketball. They get it across to Shuey. Shuey guarded by Biven. Loses it. And Hayes grabs the loose ball and gives it to Carson. Like Shuey's getting a little fancy down there, dribbling behind the back.
Coach is probably saying, pass the ball, dribbling too much.
Schilling to Biven. Biven kicks out to Schilling. Now Schilling's going to take a 3. Got it! Schilling ties it up with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. Now Bloomington looks to answer, all tied up. Just under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Thompson to Beasley. Beasley goes left. Now kicks it over to number 3, Newsom. Thompson for a 3. Got it. He's hot tonight, Josh. I don't know. That's his. Well, he's only a second three-pointer, but I think he's 2 for 2.
Yeah, he's taking several more, right.
Hayes finds the lane, loses it, but he's going to be fouled, and he's going to get 2 shots. Two shots for Hayes. Railers down by 3. And that's the third foul on Shuey.
Well, that's one good thing. They got 3 fouls. Shuey's got all of them.
He missed it badly. So Shuey's going to have a seat. Stevens checks in for him. Number 1 is also in for the Raiders, and that is Tashawn Rufflin.
Yeah. Free throw up and good by Hayes. Cuts the lead now. 21-19 for Bloomington.
So the Purple Raiders shooting lights out here in the first half. You got to think they're going to cool down eventually. Beasley with it. Guarded there by Biven. Now to Ruffin, over to Beasley. He lost his dribble. Now he's, yep, there you go, double dribble. Yes, sir. Turnover, Purple Raiders. Railer basketball down by 2.
Boy, Biven's a really good defender on the wing. There's not a lot of shots that get taken on his side. He pressures the ball. He's quick enough. He moves laterally well enough to guard quicker guys, and that was Jake all the way right there. Caused Newsom with the turnover.
Cook on the free throw line, pulls up for a jumper, rolls around,
nice.
And good.
Yeah, nice soft touch there. Put one dribble pull up, and man, when you can add that to your game, Scott, it's really not a lot of kids do that anymore. You either drive or shoot the 3, and Cook has gotten really good at that pull up jump shot.
All tied up at 21 here tonight, Tuesday night basketball. 4:40 to go in the first half. Newsom drives in, up off the backboard, and good. And a timeout called by the Purple Raiders. It will be a full timeout. We'll take one as well. 23-21, Purple Raiders here with 4:33 to go in the first half. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back after these messages on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
They're up 23-21, and they're shooting the ball pretty well.
I knew it'd be a good game. You know, I think when you play someone with and they don't have a very good record, you tend to – I don't think the Railers are playing bad. It's just Bloomington very hot right now. 5 of 8 from three-point land, 9 of 14 overall from the field. And the Railers aren't bad. 2 of 6 from 3, 9 of 14 as well from the field. So we're playing good basketball. Haven't really turned it over that much. We're aggressive, but both teams just shooting the ball well.
Kingsley checks in for the Railers. Gets it to Biven on the wing, guarded by Thompson. Now kick it out to Cook up top. Cook gives it to Schilling. Now Schilling backs it out, gives it to Biven, swings it over to Kingsley. Now Hayes in the corner. Schilling on the wing, up top to Cook. Cook thinks about a 3, dribbles in, pulls up, rolls around, no good. Schilling kicks it out of the hands of Newsom, but out of bounds off Schilling.
Good job by Trey.
Bloomington ball.
Going to the basket to go get a rebound, just couldn't corral it there. Good shot by Cook, another pull-up jump shot, just missed it off the front of the rim. So good possession now. Railers got to tighten it up on this end.
23-21, under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Purple Raiders with the basketball. Beasley up top. Now Kingsley comes out to get him. Now retreats back to the middle. Bloomington a little patient right now as they have a 2-point lead. Newsom trapped, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Hayes. Yeah. As they had a good trap in the corner, just grazed the leg of Hayes and out of bounds.
Man, really, Bloomington, the Raiders have been really patient on their offensive end. They've gotten shots that they've wanted, open shots from the outside. They've got it in the middle a few times. So, they've done a good job of handling the ball. Only 4 turnovers for Bloomington so far.
Stevens dribbles in, backs his way down to Kingsley, kicks it to Beasley in the corner, off the rim, no good. Cook with the rebound. Railers look to tie or go up by 1. Schilling with it on the wing. Now kicks it up top to Hayes, over to Bivens. Cook stolen by Stevens, out of bounds, going to stay with the Railers. Stevens read that pass. Cook knew right where he was going and Stevens tapped it out of there out of bounds. Going to stay with the Railers as Kingsley spins. Tries to get back door to Biven. Nothing there. Now Hayes with it in the corner. He'll dribble in. Kick it up top to Biven. Biven goes left. Nothing there. Stripped away. Now Cook with it. Cook finds the lane. Spins left. Up and boom. Couldn't get the bucket to go. But he'll be fouled and get 2 shots. Foul is on number 3, Newsom, his first, team 4th. So neither team in foul trouble.
Free throw up and good for Cook. Railers cut into that lead now, 23-22. Lead for Bloomington.
Second free throw up and good for Cook. All tied up, 23-23, 2:50 to go in the first half.
Yeah, give Cook 8 points so far here in the game. So good start to the game for the senior.
Newsom up top to Thompson. Kingsley comes out and guards him, gets it to Beasley on the wing. Can't hear us. Got some technical difficulties apparently at the radio station. Can't hear us all of a sudden, so we'll continue to do it on YouTube as Cook goes up with a strong finish, and it's all tied up at 25 again.
Yeah, give Cook 12 now here on the game. Another turnover now. Bloomington getting going a little too quick. Beasley in the corner, about to get trapped, but lost it out on a dribble. So turnover for Bloomington, now their 5th of the game. She can't hear anything.
Well, somehow we got disconnected. I think we're back on now. Okay, we are back online. We lost connection there for a minute.
Saucy
for a 3. And the Raiders back up by 3, and it's a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer.
Yeah, great penetration again by Kingsley there. Got it over, got into the middle, and then kicked it out to Saucy, who's got 2 3-pointers from the same spot.
Little back door for the Bloomington Raiders as Thompson snuck in the back and able to get an easy bucket. Now the Railers back up by 1. 1:23 to go in the first half.
Well, the Railers giving up, just 30 points, 33 points a game. And right now, Bloomington got
steal by Shuey.
Looks like it could be 20.
Gowan tracks him down, up and good, and Bloomington back on top by 1.
Now turnover for the Railers, and that little bit of that speed by Bloomington that kind of caught up with us there.
Kingsley to Saucy. Now Biven up top. He'll go left to Cook. Cook goes right. Gives it to Saucy. Under a minute to go. Now another steal. Newsom up with the slam, and the Bloomington Raiders up by 3.
Yeah, and it's the turnovers. Two quick turnovers for the Railers have led to points for Bloomington. And once you start to smell blood, you can get a little bit more of it as Bloomington really tighten it up now, and a little momentum going toward the guys in purple.
31-28, Bloomington with the lead. 41 seconds to go in the first half. Kingsley gets it across the timeline, guarded by Shuey. Shuey's got 3 fouls. He's got to be careful. Feed it down low. Nice push by Thompson as he cleared Biven right out of that lane, knocked him up about 3 foot.
Yeah, not a bad foul though for Bloomington. Just their 6th on the half. So just 32.6 seconds left here in the first half. Again, Bloomington up 31-28 here late in the second.
Railer basketball on their own baseline. Biven gets it to Gowan. Gowan for a 3 in the corner. Off the rim, no good. Tapped out of bounds. Thought it was off Shuey. They say it was off Cook. It's going to be Bloomington basketball.
Yeah, nice play there for the Railers. They kind of sent Saucy one way and sent Gowan the other. Cook hit a good screen for Gowan's man, and the ball looked good from here. Just didn't get to go, the 3-pointer to go in the corner.
Railers down by 3. 20 seconds to go in the first half. Bloomington will hold for 1. 16 on the clock. Beasley with 12. Now Gowan will come out, guard him. Beasley goes right to Newsom. Now Newsom goes left, feeds it to Shuey. Shuey kicks it over, tapped out of bounds off of Gowan. Going to stay with Bloomington. Stevens to inbound for the Bloomington Purple Raiders.
Yeah, don't foul
Gives it to Beasley. Beasley throws up a 3. Falls, no good. And at the end of the first half, it's the Bloomington Raiders 31 and the Lincoln Railers 28. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the Grout Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, the Railers trail 31-28 over the Raiders from Bloomington High School. Go through the stats here for this first half action. The Raiders shoot 65%, 13 of 20 from the field. They were 5 of 10 from three-point land and 0 of 2 from the free throw line. They had 4 rebounds. Doesn't seem like very many. 4 rebounds for the Raiders, 2 of them offensive. 5 turnovers on 3 steals, 6 overall fouls for the Raiders. They were led in scoring by Trayvon Thompson. Thompson with 3 of 4 from the three-point land. He finished with 11 points in the first half. 9 points for Craig Newsom. 6 points for John Shuey and 5 for Adam Beasley. They were led rebounders also with Beasley. Beasley leading the rebounds with all 4 rebounds. For the Railers, they shoot pretty good. Really, both teams shooting the ball well. 61% for the Railers, 11 of 18 from the field, 3 of 8 from three-point land. 4 rebounds for the Railers, all of them on the defensive end. 5 turnovers on 2 steals, 3 fouls committed by the Railers in the first half. Leading scorer for the Railers was Peyton Cook with 12 points, 6 for Tyler Saucy on 2 3-pointers. Jake Biven with 4 points and 3 apiece from Drew Hayes and Trey Schilling. And really, Scott, it's been offensive. You know, we talked about both teams coming into the game. The Railers just giving up 33 points on the year per game, and the Purple Raiders already with 30, and the Purple Raiders giving up quite a few on their end. They give up 68 per game, and kind of on their way pretty close to that anyway, but Railers having a tough time stopping the Purple Raiders. They're on fire from 3.
Yeah, you got to think they're going to cool off here second half, Josh. But, yeah, they've come out and they've scored 31 points, and the Railers only give up 33. So
yeah,
we can only give up 2 points this half.
Well, that would be – I would like our chances to win, but, the Railers right on their pace is 50 points a game. But I think they're going to need possibly a few more to get this victory where the Raiders have looked calm. They've shot the ball well from the perimeter. They started to turn it over a little bit late in the game, but their game plan, get it in and get it out, and their junior Trayvon Thompson has been lights out from the perimeter. 3 of 4 from the three-point land. He's been 4 for 5 overall. So a guy, I'm not sure he was on the scouting report, because Newsom and Beasley were the 2 targets on the chalkboard in the locker room, but Thompson leads them the way so far.
Yeah, I like to see the Railers come out second half and being a little more aggressive. But as far as the Railers go, we're looking pretty good where we can be a little more aggressive, and, we don't have to worry about our fouls.
Yeah, you'd like to think the Raiders wouldn't shoot it as well as they did in the first half, but like we talked about and have talked about before, you let teams that may not be as good as you, or record-wise anyway, you let them hang around and their confidence tends to grow. They got some big confidence off the dunk from Newsom, so I think they're pretty happy with the way they played in the first half. We'll send it back to the studios for a quick break. Be back here with second half action. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Raider basketball.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium as halftime is rolling to an end. The Railers down by 3, Josh. What are some of those adjustments that Coach Al went over at halftime?
Well, there are sometimes where games, I think, where the defense just isn't going to go, or the other team's shooting so well that you might have to concentrate a little more offensively than you do defensively. I don't know that that's our strength, but you might have to outscore somebody tonight the way it's going. We don't normally get to let teams get in the 30s by halftime, but it has happened here tonight, and we've got to do a little bit better job of going out and contesting shots. Done a good job on the boards. Neither team rebounding the ball a whole lot right now, so I think just tighten up the defense. We're getting good shots, but we've got to lock up on the defensive end a little bit more.
Railer basketball to start the second half. Schilling has it in the corner. Now tipped off of Bivens' hands, and Beasley looks to drive. Guarded by Saucy. Good defense by Saucy, and Biven with the rebound.
Well, defense or the turnover doesn't hurt us as the Railers pick up their 5th turnover of the game, and good job by Saucy playing straight up defense.
Biven up and a little too strong, no good. Tapped out of there. Newsom comes up with it. Now Schilling goes for it. They're going to get Schilling with the fouls. He reached in on Beasley to try to grab that loose ball, but Schilling will pick up his 2nd foul, team first. Shuey to inbound, gets it to Beasley. Now Lincoln extends their full court press a little bit. Bloomington gets it across the timeline easily. Now Stevens over to Shuey to Beasley on the wing. He'll go left.
Almost looks like they try to overload one side with their shooters on one side. They got Newsom over there who's hit a couple, and Thompson sitting in the corner.
Little trap there, good trap. Okay, yeah, we like that. Jump ball.
Yeah, that'll be Bloomington ball. But a good job by Cook and Biven in that trap. Both aggressive defensive players with long arms, and Stevens just holding it in the corner a little bit too long for the Raiders.
Raiders down by 3. Just a minute has gone by in this 3rd quarter. Beasley with it. To Newsom. Now Thompson. He's going to pull up for a 3 on the wing. No good. Rebound.
Good job.
Biven.
Yeah, Biven strong underneath there with some company from Bloomington, and stayed strong on the rebound.
Biven with it up top. Now Cook. Cook goes right. Now feeds it to Saucy. Saucy thinks about a 3. Now gives it to Carson. Carson up top, guarded by Beasley. Now to Biven on the wing, guarded by Thompson. Schilling pops out up top. Now they'll work it to the right to Cook on the wing. Now he'll go left. Cook, little backdoor to Saucy, up and no good. He had to redirect his shot and couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, nice back cut though, too. Something that's not drawn up. Just a good play by the senior going backdoor after he's getting overplayed, but couldn't get that layup to go down.
Thompson to Shuey, almost tapped out of there by Biven. Now on the floor, tapped out of bounds off of Schilling, and Schilling got kicked in the face, or hit in the face. Like to see Schilling out there. He looks like he's 100%.
He's got yeah, you're right. He's moving around quick, being aggressive on loose balls and rebounds, and going after it.
Get it in to Stevens. Now Thompson for a 3. He's off the rim, no good. Cook flies up for the rebound, and it's nice to see the Purple Raiders not hitting those shots.
You're right. I was just getting ready to say it's nice to see Thompson coming out not hitting a couple of those threes, because he had a couple of them in the first half.
Schilling, he tries a 3, no good, on the ground. Beasley kicks it up to Stevens. Stevens couldn't handle it. Now he'll grab it, guarded by Schilling, and the Purple Raiders will reset with Thompson over to Beasley. Played about 2.5 minutes, Josh, and it's the same score.
Well, that's a good thing for the Railers, I think, if they can lock down this Bloomington team a little bit.
Nice move by Newsom as they found him on the block, did a little spin and put it up off the backboard, and good. And the Purple Raiders up by 5 with 5:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. Cook with it in the corner, now up top to Carson, to Schilling. Schilling goes left, gets it to Carson. Carson will go right to Saucy on the wing, now up top to Cook. Cook goes right, now pulls it back out, stolen away by Stevens. Bounce pass to Newsom, up, no good. Schilling with it, kicks it to Biven. Cook finds the lane, up, and a little reverse, couldn't get it to go, but he'll go to the line for 2.
little bit of a sloppy play there. You know, they got a steal on Cook, who just kind of lost his dribble there, and they come down. But Cook didn't give up on it. He hustled back and deflected, or at least disrupted the shot of Newsom, and then the Railers come down with a little bit of a fast break, and Cook gets fouled, missed the first free throw.
Hayes checks in for Saucy. Saucy needs a drink. He's going back to the locker room. Cook misses both
of them,
yeah. Now they push it up to Thompson. A little carry there, no call. And count that bucket. Gosh, you got away with the carry there, Josh.
Yeah, I thought he did too, and I thought Cook had a really good shot of blocking that thing into the stands, and I don't know how he missed it. He was right there for it, and somehow Thompson gets it to go. So what a night he's having for Bloomington.
Railers down by 7, biggest lead for the Purple Raiders tonight, and misses the free throw. Railers in a little bit of trouble right now.
Yeah, you're right. 2 free throws missed by Cook. Gets his 3 of 6 here on the night.
Still a lot of basketball, but the Railers just a little bit out of sync right now. Carson over to Hayes on the wing, now to Biven. Biven gets it back to Carson. Now Cook. Schilling, Cook. Now Carson. The Raiders trying to figure out Bloomington defense and just trying to find an open shot. There's an open shot for Cook up top. Got it.
Well, I didn't think he had his feet set at all.
I don't know that was a 3. I thought he was on the line, but we'll take it. Cook with the Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer.
Yeah, it looked like his feet were all spread out.
And we got a push on Cook as Thompson caught the pass on the baseline, and Cook nudged him a little bit, and he'll pick up his first foul, team 3rd.
Yeah, nothing wrong there. 15 points for Cook on the night, so a big 3-pointer, much needed 3-pointer as we were down 35-28. Get this lead back to 4 now for Bloomington.
Newsom with it, guarded by Biven. Deep 3 by Beasley, looked bad. Now rebound by Cook, can't handle it. Cook's just having a hard time grabbing that ball. And it should be a jump ball, but Bloomington Raiders get the timeout called, and they'll retain possession.
How'd they have the ball? I thought we had a jump ball on it.
3:34 to go into 3rd. Bloomington Purple Raiders 35, the Lincoln Railers 31, Josh, and just a little clumsy basketball right now for the Railers.
Yeah, Cook had it in his hands and fumbled around a little bit, and then I think Hayes might have had a shot at it, but then he went to the floor as Stevens was going to the floor for Bloomington, and somehow they get a timeout instead of a jump ball. So Bloomington will retain possession. I thought after the Railers could have secured that rebound.
It's going to be Bloomington basketball on their own baseline. Beasley to inbound, 3:34 to go into 3rd. 4-point lead for the Purple Raiders. Beasley tries to get it to Shuey, couldn't handle it. Stevens comes out of there with it.
We've been a step slow to some of these loose balls that have been on the ground. You know, Bloomington's been able to come up with a lot of them.
Newsom up and no good, but he'll be fouled.
Now 14 fouls. That actually might be 5 now for Lincoln. They're racking up the fouls here in a hurry in the 3rd quarter. Looks like 14 fouls now.
Second on Hayes. First free throw is good by Newsom. Nelson, Gowan checking in for the Railers. Schilling and Biven will have a seat. Like to see some of that hot shooting from Nelson.
Yeah, we need
we're due.
We need to get him going here.
Second free throw, no good. Cook goes up for the rebound. 5-point lead for the Purple Raiders. Lincoln Railers with the basketball. Carson to Cook on the wing, guarded by Newsom. Now to Gowan up top. Have Nelson on the wing. Now over to Carson on this side of the court. Carson's going to take a 3. No good. Beasley with the rebound. Kick it up to Newsom. Newsom. Jumper. No good. Cook with the rebound. Quick shot by Bloomington there, Josh.
Yeah, it was.
We'll take it.
Kind of a bad shot, really.
Kick it out to Hayes. Now up top to Nelson. They'll swing it around to Cook. Cook on the wing. Now Hayes up top. Fakes left. Now goes left. Now gives it to Cook for a 3 up top. Way off the back of the rim. Thompson with the rebound. 2:35 to go in the third quarter. Railers down by 5. Feed into Shuey. Shuey kicks it out to Stevens. He'll drive, kick it in the corner for Beasley for a 3. Count the bucket and the foul, and a 4-point play. Could be a 4-point play as Beasley fouled on the 3-pointer. Nelson fouled him. Team 5th for first foul on Nelson.
Yeah, Railers with 5 team fouls here already with 2:26 left to go in the third. Bloomington with just 1 foul. See a lot of 3-pointers, a lot of long shots by the Railers instead of attacking the basket, and which has really gotten Bloomington to where they are, and with us getting into some foul trouble.
Couldn't finish the 4-point play. Railers with the rebound. Now they'll look to.
The second time we've been at this 8-point deficit. Yeah. Kind of like the Quincy game, we've battled back to get close and can't overcome the over the span of what we're down by.
Hayes to Cook. Cook dribbles right, finds a lane, fake up and good. Count the bucket and the foul.
Well, Cook got us back with a 3 after we were down 8 the first time, and this he might have a chance to go back with a 3-point play here.
Cook to the line. Try to finish the 3-point play. Up and rolls around and good. 39-35, 2:03 to go in the third. Purple Raiders up by 5. Beasley tried to feed it down low to Shuey. Tapped out of there on the floor. Good.
Oh, we'll get it this time.
Yeah, we'll get that timeout this time. As Schilling dives on the court to grab the ball. Coach Al calls a timeout, and it's going to be Railer basketball.
Yeah, deflection by the Railers, and then you see Schilling diving in the court, which he's been there a lot so far here tonight. And we get the timeout as we go to the floor to get the retained possession.
Headline Salon located at 602.5 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, where your hair makes the statement. Call Brett, Keena, Allie the barber, or Jasmine the massage therapist at 217-651-8310.
Blades Hair and Nail Salon located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213.
Lincoln basketball. Hayes inbounds to Schilling. Railers down by 5, 1:40 to go into third. Still a lot of basketball here tonight. Cook drives on Newsom, spins, now kicks it out to Gowan for a 3 up top. In and out, no good. Cook flies in for the rebound, puts it back up and good.
Yeah, Cook going aggressive to the offensive boards, man. And what a difference makes when you don't have to be hampered with foul trouble. Cook real aggressive to the boards there. Give him 20 on the night. And this is a different lineup we'll look at, Scott, without a point guard out there.
Good defense by the Railers as Newsom got in the corner, a trap by the Railers, and the Lincoln Rail Splitters with the basketball.
No Kingsley or Keon out there, and I don't know that we've played on this lineup before.
The drive by Hayes, he's going to be fouled. 2 free throws coming for him. Yeah, we haven't seen Carson much this second half, have we?
No, and I don't know exactly why, but he's not been out there, but we've not seen a lineup that I would remember this season without either Keon or Kingsley out there to run that point position. So something new that Coach Alexander is looking for. Maybe Gowan now runs the point, or maybe all of them do.
We got Saucy on the end of the bench. I don't know if he's sick or what.
Yeah, looks like he's got a trash can ready for something to bad night so far, but he's had a really good shooting night so far. 2 3-pointers.
54 seconds to go in the first half. The Railers have cut it down to 1. Purple Raiders with the basketball. Newsom up top. Guarded by Gowan, now kicks it over to Thompson. They'll try to hold for 1.
Yeah, looks like they'll spread. And 4 corners, they got it into
Thompson down low. Good defense by the Raiders. Nowhere to go. Now they find Newsom, who puts it back up.
Boy, just an easy basket there. A look inside out of a trap, and Newsom finds his way to the hoop.
3-point lead for the Purple Raiders. Now a steal by Newsom. Up. and Schilling hit the wall hard. And Newsom slams it down, now back up by 5. Schilling guarded by Beasley. Nice screen from Hayes, now kicks over to Gowan. 2 seconds, now 1. Gowan pulls up for a 3, left it short. And at the end of 3, it's Bloomington 43, Lincoln 38. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have fourth quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM. Welcome back to Royce Anderson Gymnasium. Scott Kirby, Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby here this evening. Joe Lee back at the studio, where the Railers take a 5-point deficit into the fourth quarter. It will be Lincoln Railer basketball to start the fourth. As Nelson inbounds to Hayes. Hayes to Nelson in the corner, loses it, now gets it back to Hayes. Stevens all over him.
Now, yeah, I'd like to see Hayes just turn the corner and do what he did last time, just put his head down and get to the hoop.
Cook with it on the wing, now up top to Schilling, to Nelson. Nelson to Cook. Cook to the lane, up, no foul. Stevens looks to push. Now Beasley. Beasley spins up and good.
Boy, nice move in the open court, too. Good pass there by Bloomington, and Beasley's very athletic underneath. He can find a way to get to that ball up on the rim.
Railers back down by 7. Nelson for a deep 3. Got it!
Ooh. Well, we needed that, and he was deep, too.
Yes, sir. Nelson with a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Bloomington almost daring him to shoot it from there, and Nelly said, okay. And big basket there for the Railers. Cut this thing back to 4-point lead.
Now Bloomington, they'll try to take the air out of the basketball, Josh. A 4-point lead. They don't want Lincoln to go on a run.
Yeah, here goes your shot clock here. They're going to spread, and they're not in any hurry. They pump it to the middle.
Beasley kicks it out to Beasley. Now Beasley for a 3, no good. Shuey there for the rebound. Tapped out of there by Gowan. Now they found Stevens down low as the Railers just standing around watching, Josh, and Stevens able to sneak in.
You're right, standing around watching after they got the ball, but a couple of the guards stood around and watched the rebound too. We could have corralled that thing and came away with a stop.
6-point lead for the Bloomington Purple Raiders. Hayes to Nelson. Nelson in the corner for a 3. Got it!
That's a tough shot.
Oh, Nelson with a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer deep in the corner, and the Raiders within 3.
Man, that guy was running right at him, and I didn't think there was any way he was going to get that off cleanly.
Now they work it down to Shuey. Shuey drives in, kicks it to Beasley. Over to Thompson. Back to Beasley on the wing, guarded by Schilling. They'll back it out. Just under 6 minutes to go in the game. Railers down by 3. Newsom gives it back to Beasley, over to Thompson.
Yeah, they're going to go right to the middle again with Shuey and see if they can get it into him.
Stevens tries to drive. Nice defense by Cook. Shuey from the free throw line. Too strong, no good. Cook with the rebound.
Yeah, good job by Hayes of boxing out Stevens. Newsom came in flying. He didn't mistimed it, so it was really just Cook underneath the rebound.
See if the Raiders can tie it with a 3.
Yeah, they got to watch their passes. Bloomington really trying to get out and pressure and deny those passing lanes.
Hayes just about lost him in the corner. Now they'll work it around to the left. Schilling, now Gowan in the corner for a 3. Got it! Boom. Gowan ties it up with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. 5:13 to go in the game, and we're tied. Timeout on the court. It's a full timeout for the Purple Raiders. We'll keep it right here.
Boy, it's a couple threes we've needed, Scott. Yes. A couple by Nelson, and then a big one by by Gowan in the corner. So it's raining threes, and you got to think that Bloomington's going to come running at us now. Now it's time to get your backdoor cuts. It's time to get your drives to the hoop and see if you can get some easy baskets. But then again, we got to tighten it up here on this end. Bloomington with 47, and they're going to go. A lot of confidence right now, but you see the momentum starting to build. The Railer fans starting to go after a little bit more, and hopefully we can bring this thing home.
Town & Country Bank is a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer basketball. At Town & Country Bank, our mission is to help empower the financial well-being of our communities, one person at a time.
Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654.
Heartland Community College in Lincoln's Community College. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland. Discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln.
Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385.
All tied up at 47, Josh. 5:13 to go.
Yeah, nice little run here for the Railers with some back-to-back threes. 2 for Nelson and then 1 for Gowan, with a little bit of a different lineup out here without Keon or Kingsley running the point, but Gowan running like crazy at the top of that 1-2-2.
Bloomington back in their spread offenses. They got Shuey working that middle of the zone.
Yeah, they love to get it into Shuey. He either looks to drive and score or kick it out to one of their shooters.
Good defense by Nelson. Tapped it out of there. Bloomington retains possession.
Yeah, they've been okay with kind of holding it here and really looking for their shot and making the Railers kind of extend a little farther than they want to.
Beasley loses control, steps on the baseline or the sideline, and turnover Bloomington Railer basketball.
Yeah, and really unforced. I mean, the Railers weren't pressuring a whole lot there and threw it almost between Beasley's legs.
It wasn't a great pass.
No, and he was tough to, so he had to back up a little bit and go get it.
Now the Railers with the basketball, looking to take the lead back.
It's a zone now for Bloomington.
Gowan to Schilling. In the corner for Cook, nothing there. Now they work it to Hayes on the wing. Now swing it around. Schilling, Nelson, Gowan for a three. Off the side of the rim, no good. Fought for. Cook saves it, hands off to Schilling, kicks out to Nelson. Nelson pulls up for a deep three. Got it! Nelson with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. Railers up by 3.
Boy, what hustle by Cook, too. He tipped it nowhere to go. He tipped it to Schilling underneath the basket, and great awareness by Schilling to kick it out. And we talk about those threes that are good. Shooters love that pass coming from the rim out to the three-point line. And Nelson on fire here with 3 big ones.
Raining threes for Lincoln right now. Now let's get a defensive stop as Beasley trapped. He'll fight through it. Feed it down low to Stevens, out of bounds. Railer basketball.
Boy, 2 costly turnovers in a row for Bloomington now to give them 9 on the game.
Hayes to inbound. Okay, gets it to Schilling. 3:35 to go in the ball game.
That works the middle here, and who will handle the ball?
Hayes to Nelson. Now back to Hayes. Hayes dribbles in, kicks it to Nelson. Now they'll work it back out to Schilling up top. Railers trying to run some clock.
Yeah, they're almost a matchup zone, a little bit of what we saw against
feed to Hayes, up and good.
A little bit of what we saw against Quincy.
Gowan able to get behind that defense, and Hayes cut in. Got an easy pass from Gowan, laid it up and good. Railers up by 5. 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Stevens tapped out of there by Schilling, and Hayes with the basketball.
Yeah, 3 turnovers now in a row by Bloomington, and the Railers have capitalized on each one.
Schilling in some trouble. Railers still have 4 timeouts. Spin by Cook, up no good. Gets his own rebound and gets hammered down low.
Yeah.
He'll get 2 free throws.
Good work by the big boy. Got a shot blocked on the first one, but went right back up to it. And you see a little more aggressive Cook. And I think sometimes as he's saddled with foul trouble, he just can't be aggressive. And tonight, no foul trouble for Cook, just 1 on the night, and he can really go play.
2:45 to go in the game. Cook with 2 free throws. Lincoln up by 5. First free throw up and good.
Cook on the night from the free throw line. 3 of 5 now, 4 of 6. Cook with a double-double now, 21 points and 11 rebounds.
Second free throw up and good for Cook. Makes it a 3-possession ball game with 2:43 to go.
Well, Coach talks about can you hit threes when it's winning time or you're down when you need them, and can Bloomington do that?
Lincoln proved tonight that they can, and we'll see if they can play defense. 2:30 to go. Raiders up by 7. Beasley with a deep 3, got it.
And
there's
it just
your
seems
answer,
like,
Josh.
It
Yeah.
just seems like kids anymore can do that with no trouble anymore. You know, you're down 7, and you step up and hit a bomb. I mean, the kid from Quincy did it the other night, down 4 and hit a bomb 3.
Raiders with the ball, 2:08 to go. Schilling, reach in by Beasley. Good move by Schilling. Pull for the free throw line. Now Nelson's going to pull up, same spot. Got it. Raiders up 6, under 2 minutes to go in the ball game.
Well, Nelly doesn't get too many twos, but got the offensive rebound and saw that he was that close and did a good job of going right back up with it and putting it in from about 8 feet.
Stevens drives in. Good
job
cut
by Hayes.
off by Hayes. Yeah, another deep 3 by Beasley. Got it. Beasley can shoot.
Yeah.
And he's got 16.
Yeah, and I've watched him last year, and Carson actually played in a league up in Normal West in the fall, and I watched him play up there. He's just a gamer. I mean, he really likes to be out there and kind of wants the ball late in the game, and you can tell so far that he wants it.
Some other sponsors for tonight's game. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Some other game sponsors. Carpa House, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, Ground Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Eaton Corporation, Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance, and Chicago Street Rentals.
Both teams shooting over 50%. Bloomington almost 60% at 59.4. Railers at 53%, so both teams shooting the ball really well. 8 of 17 for the Raiders from Bloomington from three-point land. The Railers are 8 of 19.
1:40 to go in the ball game. Railers up by 3 with the basketball. And they'll have to inbound it on Bloomington's baseline. Hayes gets it into Schilling. Now they'll clear with Hayes and Schilling. Hayes guarded there by Stevens. Hayes goes left, gets it to Gowan. Gowan finds the lane, kicks it up to Cook. Cook thinks about a 3. Wisely does not take it. Now they'll reset with Nelson and Gowan.
And here's your lineup. Do you have enough ball handlers on the court to handle this pressure?
Gowan spins, kicks it out to Schilling. Now they'll reset up top with Nelson. To Gowan. 1.
So I love a backdoor.
10 to go.
Some sort of a backdoor play here.
Gowan goes left, gives it to Nelson.
Bloomington with four
Cook
personal
finds
fouls.
the lane, up and good. Railers up by 5.
Boy, get on Beasley, right?
Yes, sir.
He's going to shoot it again.
Pulls up for a 3. Ooh, off the rim, no good.
Good job,
Cook
Cookie.
goes and grabs it. Stevens reaches around him, gets the foul. It's only the 15th foul.
Well, he tipped it to himself, too. He didn't have full control because I think Stevens had one arm locked down, and Cook tipped it to himself and then out-muscled the other ones. He's dragging a little bit. You can tell he's winded, but no time to take a break now with just a 5-point lead, 48 seconds left.
How about the home run play? We haven't seen that this year.
They're going to come and trap, I would think. They're going to foul. He pressure with the ball.
There we go. Hayes gets it across the timeline. Stevens bumps him. No call. 38 seconds on the clock. Raiders with the ball up by 5. Ooh. No foul yet. They've got one to give. There we go. Thompson's going to foul Nelson, and that's the 16th foul. Next foul, Raiders will be in a bonus. Or they're in the bonus now, I should say.
Yeah, Coach going to timeout here. 4 left for Coach Alexander. For plenty of them here to draw up something that gets the ball inbounds. I don't necessarily like the play that goes back toward Bloomington's basket, just because if they do steal it, they've got such an easy shot to score. So if you could get something going at least toward our end, which there's not a lot of room there. Looks like the ball is going to be inbounded right in front of old our statistician down there, Andy Fitzpatrick. So be right in front of the Railer bench, which is nice because Coach Alexander starts to feel that, 3.5, 4 count. You got plenty of timeouts to use.
Lincoln with 3 timeouts, Bloomington with none, so that could play a big factor as well.
Railers pretty good from the free throw line. Probably that's what's going to come down to here in a second. 8 of 11 tonight, most of those from Cook. Cook 5 of 7 from the line. Drew Hayes 3 of 4.
Schilling to inbound, guarded by Beasley. And we got a hold on.
Yeah, I don't like that call, man. This doesn't
especially
help
when
the offense.
It's away from the ball.
Well,
like
it doesn't. Man, when I played, if you had an intentional foul while the ball was not in play, that was an automatic intentional, I believe, because you got the offense wasn't able to get any time off the clock here, or at least the team ahead. So now they get a foul with no time running off. And Hayes will step to the line with a 1 in bonus. Again, Hayes 3 of 4 from the line tonight.
First one up and no good. Beasley with the rebound. 5-point lead for the Railers. Beasley, watch him. He's going to throw up he's going to turn it over.
Pull it out.
Schilling up and no good. Beasley pushing. 14 on the clock. Kick it out. Thompson for a 3 in the corner. No good. Fought for underneath. Going to be out of bounds off of
Good call.
Bloomington
Call.
Railer basketball.
Yeah, fighting Beasley and Hayes fighting underneath there. That was a good call for the rebound to scrap it out now. The Railers here, look, foul.
Thompson fouls Nelson with 6 seconds on the clock. And Nelson can ice it right here, Josh.
Yeah, nice hustle back by the Railers. Really good defense here, too. Beasley was trying to get a shot off, but both Railers, Gowan and Nelson all over him. So good transition defense after the, Schilling had the missed layup and then the putback. Gowan right there couldn't get it to go either.
Ooh, Nelson couldn't get the free throw.
Don't foul.
Running.
Don't foul.
Beasley throws up a 3, missed it, and that will do it here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Your final score, the Lincoln Railers 58, the Bloomington Purple Raiders 53. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the Ground Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic postgame show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Welcome back here to a happy Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium as the Railers come back to win here against Bloomington High School, 58-53. We'll run through the scoring here. First for the Raiders from Bloomington High School. They were led by a couple guys with 16, Adam Beasley and Craig Newsom, both with 16 points. 13 for Trayvon Thompson and 6 points for John Shuey to round out the 53. 2 points for Jelani Stevens, 53 for Bloomington. Tonight the Railers were led by Peyton Cook, the 6'7 senior, with 24 points. Cook also with a double-double, 24 points, 12 rebounds, 11 for Cam Nelson. Most of those late in the third quarter, and a lot of the fourth quarter for Nelson. Big shots for the senior. 7 points for the sophomore off the bench, Drew Hayes. 6 for Tyler Saucy. 4 points for Jake Biven, and 3 apiece for Trey Schilling and Aiden Gowan. Again, the Railers win it here, 58-53. We'll send it back to the studios for a quick break. Back with the Brown Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Here in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby after the Railers victorious here on a Tuesday night, 58-53 over the Raiders from Bloomington High School. The Railers improved to 15-4 on the season, while the Raiders from Bloomington fall to 3-15. We went through the scoring already. They were led. Railers were led tonight. 24 points from Peyton Cook. 12 rebounds to go for Cook. We'll run through the stats now. Both teams shot it well here tonight, Scott. Bloomington 55% from the field, 22 of 40. They were 40% from three-point line, 8 of 20, but not good from the free throw line, 1 of 6. Raiders from Bloomington, 15 rebounds, 3 of them offensive. They had 11 turnovers, 7 steals for Bloomington. They had 13 assists on those 11 turnovers. Railers shoot 21 of 41 from the field for 51%, 8 of 19 from 3, 42%, and 8 of 13 from the free throw line for 62%. 22 total rebounds for the Railers, 5 of them offensive. They had 9 turnovers, 6 steals. They had 13 assists on those 9 turnovers, and it was down the stretch, Scott, where the Railers' big threes by Nelson, one with Gowan, I believe, Cook with a strong take to the basket. So it was a nice way to end this thing, as it was close really throughout. We got down several times, kind of like we did against Quincy. The Railers kind of fought back, and then we got some big momentum when Nelson came in and hit some shots, and I believe Gowan hit one from the corner. Big threes got us going, and then
tough shots.
Yeah, you're right. Those were deep threes and highly contested contested threes. And it was a different lineup that kind of brought us back. We'll talk with Coach as he's walking up the stairs here for the postgame show. But a different lineup that we saw out there without our true point guard, or our both true point guards that had normally one of them are out there. But he went to a different lineup, and it seemed to work because we caught fire, and boy, came out of here with a tough victory.
Coach Al joining us now. Coach, a good win for the Railers, a tough win. It wasn't a 3-14 team that we expected to come here. Bloomington came in and shot the ball well, and the Railers able to fight back, down by 9 late. And, you know, we talked about getting good, tough three-pointers when the game's on the line, and you got that tonight from Gowan and Nelson.
Yeah, we did. And, kids don't believe adults.
No?
They don't believe what the heck you're trying to tell them. I told them that this is a good basketball team. They're 3-14. 4 of their losses were probably at Pontiac Tournament, playing Simeon, Curry, Aurora West. Now, those are really, really good teams. Plus the fact they play Peoria Central, Peoria Manual, Peoria Richwoods. Their schedule is tough as nails, and I think we believe in that right now. I don't want to see them in the regional.
No, they're a solid team.
They're really good, and I thought that our coaching staff, wasn't me, I'll tell you that wanted to make a rotation, and we put in a new lineup that we've worked a couple days with. And you have to make changes once in a while to make things happen. Is it going to change the way we play going forward? No, but it should motivate people that, hey, we did play very well with that group. So, our practices haven't been very sharp lately. We haven't been able to score layups against the sophomores. But I will tell you, Cook got a couple big-time rebounds tonight.
Yes, sir.
But I told him that it ain't a 1 or 2 times a game. It's an every second game. But the first half, I think we had concrete shoes on, because we didn't get a loose ball.
No.
They were falling down and going out of bounds, and they would just find the open man, and we didn't even react. And we discussed a few things at halftime, and we came out with a little more fire. We did fall down, but our kids fought back, and that's a good thing to see.
Well, you talk about a different lineup there towards the end, Coach. You had Saucy on the bench. Looked like maybe an illness or something, but he wasn't able to go, and that kind of helped you or hurt you there towards the end with him not being out there and his physical awareness.
Well, one of my big-time philosophies is, we need a 4-man that can really handle it. And, the guy next to you was my 4-man for, 2 years? Mm-hmm. And basically, our 4-man, if we got a guard there, we're in great shape, because we're going to have a mismatch. And that's basically where we had to go, was to get the ball up the court, where Drew had the mismatch to bring it down. So, I thought Tyler done well when he was in there. He had a couple big shots. He plays hard. I can't ask any more out of him. But whenever you get on a roll, you don't want to change that. And we got on a roll, and we had to stick with what was working.
Yeah, you could tell Coach Nelson didn't have the roll going, and Quincy didn't have it going in the first half, but he had some big ones. And it looks to be he's one of those guys that if he hits his first one, he might see 4 go. But it's tough for him if he misses his first. Kind of gets frustrated himself a little bit, I think, for not making them, and it's tough for him to get going. But when he gets that one going, it can go in a couple in a hurry. And he had some tough ones. I thought the one in the corner, there was no way he was going to get that thing off. And when he makes his mind up, he's just got a very quick release. And then Gowan with a big 3, that got us going. And as you said, Cook was really, really tough underneath tonight. And I think some of that is finding out how he needs to go do that. But lately he's been saddled with foul trouble, so it's hard for him to go like that, or because he's always worried about getting that next foul, which puts him over next to you.
Yeah, and he doesn't like sitting next to me.
No, I don't know.
Not many of them do.
No, because it means you're not on the court.
But I'm really impressed by Bloomington and the type of team that they have and everything. So. I thought we executed. We executed early, and then they just kept coming at us, and we didn't play any defense. We played our offense really well the first quarter. We got backdoors, we got threes, we got whatever we wanted, but we didn't stop anybody.
Well, you're right. And Bloomington came in basically giving up 68 a game and scoring 55. So I don't know that their defense was too high on their priority, but they like to score.
Yeah, they do. And, is that the most we've given up all year?
I think so, yeah.
53? Mm-hmm. Well, they had 31 at half.
Yeah, so it wasn't a bad second half.
And I don't know what they shot the first half, but it was. And you got to understand, I told the kids after the game, you got to know when a team shoots it like that. Even we gave them wide open looks, and they made them. We made them a little tougher the second half. They're not going to shoot like they did the first half. But the problem is you got to be able to get the rebound. And we struggled maybe a little bit in the third quarter, but in the fourth quarter, they were missing them by a lot, and we were coming up with them.
Well, and our momentum was a little bit better, which in our intensity was a little bit better, which came down to the defensive end. Then they started to turn the ball over a little bit late in that fourth quarter. You talk about guys hitting shots when you need them, and we kind of saw a little bit of that. They panicked in a close game a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm happy that we came out on this one. It's a good win for us, and we got to have 3 good days here preparing for Rock Island, because they're a much better team and not taking any away from Bloomington, because I was really impressed with them. But Rock Island is a very, very good basketball team that plays in a very, very good conference.
That is our next game up for the Railers, Saturday night against Rock Island. A whole slat of games here Saturday, Josh. Mm-hmm. Starts off with the freshmen, and then we got JV varsity girls here, and then finish up the evening with JV and varsity boys. So a full day here in the gym, Coach, and hopefully this thing's packed all day long and just keep this winning rolling.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I think the girls, this could be one of the toughest challenges that they've had, but I think they played very, very well.
Monday night.
Yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
I'm lost. Yesterday threw me off. It threw our kids off, too.
Yeah, but it's a 10 o'clock start, I believe, for the freshmen, right, Coach? And then it just kind of follows in with the times. Can you go over the times real quick for everybody so they know?
10 o'clock for boys freshmen, playing Peoria Central. At 1 and 2:30 would be the girls sophomores and the varsity playing Peoria Central. And then the boys will play Rock Island at 5:30 and 7. I'm going back through my contract and make sure. I looked at the one tonight, and it was 5:30 and 7. So
yeah, Bloomington a little late to the party here tonight.
Yeah, they were a little late, and I thought they came pumped up too.
Yeah.
Well, you were nice enough to give them some warm-up time and move our time back a little, and we don't get paid overtime, so we probably should wrap this up. Well, Coach, thanks again. We'll talk to you Saturday morning on the cheap seats as we prepare for Rock Island Saturday night here at Roy S. Anderson.
Okay. Thank you to Railer Nation. They were a big part of what we did tonight. We had a good crowd. Hopefully for everyone Saturday, come on out, and it should be a great day of basketball. So the Railers will be playing, and girls will be playing, and boys freshmen. So we'd like to see everyone come on out and enjoy the day, visit, and have a good time.
All right, Coach. Thanks again. We'll see you Saturday night. That's going to do it for us here in Lincoln. Our next broadcast will be Saturday at 7 o'clock as the Railers are at home to take on Rock Island. Our broadcast will begin with pregame shows starting at 6:30. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer Joe Lee, and Josh Comnick, Lloyd Kirby, this is Scott Kirby. Once again, the final score, Lincoln 58, Bloomington 53. The Railers now stand at 15-4. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and would like to thank our listeners for listening and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Railer basketball. From Lincoln, Illinois, good evening, everyone. It's time to send you back to the studio for the Classic Rock Experience on the Nighttime Fix 96.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland. Discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.